Welcome to the IRL Test Kitchen. Today we're going to be making a classic with a twist. Stay tuned. Okay, we are going to be making sweet and sour meatloaf today with goat cheese macaroni and asparagus. First you need ground bison and onion. We're going to mix those together. Yeah. Just make sure. Don't be afraid to get dirty. Okay, that's mixed. Very good. Ooh, strong onion. Okay. Then you want to add your breadcrumbs, about a cup of those, your egg, your salt, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of cayenne, get a little spice, little flavors. And you just want to mix that all together. Nice and good. Okay. You're going to take your pan. You want a loaf pan. 9x5, or whatever you have. Plop that puppy down in there. Okay. Let me just form it. Okay. Very good. Okay. Now that we have our meatloaf base, we're going to make the topping to put on it. Move that to the side. We're going to want a cup of water, half a cup of tomato sauce, and we're going to want some apple cider vinegar. Make sure you shake that up. Two tablespoons. There we go. Followed by 2 tablespoons mustard, and 2 tablespoons brown sugar. Notice I'm putting 6 scoops in here, and that's because I don't have another tablespoon, and I'm not going to go wash another one. So 6 scoops. And we'll just mix that all together. just going to pour that on top. We'll bake at 350 for an hour and a half. Okay, now that we have our meatloaf in the oven, we're going to start on our goat cheese macaroni. First, by starting to boil some water, a little salt in there. And we'll let that boil and then put a ½ pound of macaroni in there. While you're letting that come to a boil, you're going to grate 8 ounces of goat cheese and 5 ounces of Parmesan cheese. We have our 8 ounces of goat cheese right here. And now we're going to work on our 5 ounces of Parmesan. And just keep grating. Grate it however you want. Okay, freshly grated Parmesan and freshly grated goat cheese right there. Okay, now that our pasta is boiling, we will start our white sauce. 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to let that melt. Okay, add 2 tablespoons of flour, create a smooth paste right there. I'm going to let that go for 1 minute. Nice and bubbly. This is going to be the base for our goat cheese. We're also using goat milk. Everything's coming up goat. We're going to slowly add our 2 cups of goat milk. Last bit of goat milk in. Okay, we're boiled up now. Coats the back of a spoon, just how you want it. Okay, we'll remove that from the heat. We're going to add our 1/3 cup goat cheese and our 1/3 cup Parmesan cheese. And we're going to whisk that until that's all nice and melted. Add a little salt, a little black pepper, a little cayenne pepper. Gives it all that kick, all that flavor. Okay, that's coming up nice and melted right there. Okay, we're going to take our macaroni, put that in there. Okay, our macaroni's in there. And we're going to pour our cheese sauce mixture all over that. Okay. You want to make sure you have everything out of this pot. And then we'll mix all of it together. So everything's nice and coated. It's going to be a nice gooey mac and cheese. Okay, set that to the side just for a second. We're going to mix together our topping for our delicious melted mac and cheese. We're going to want 1/3 cup again of the Parmesan. Two tablespoons breadcrumbs. Best guess, I suppose. A little dried thyme. Gives it a nice presentation. then a 1/4 cup of our goat cheese again. A little bit more than 1/4 cup. That's fine. A little bit of pepper, black pepper on there. So we just want to coat that. Just mix it all around. Bring our... Okay, we're just going to sprinkle that on top. And that's going to give it a nice presentation. Okay, now we put this into the oven for 25 to 30 minutes at 350. So it'll go great with our meatloaf. Okay, we have our mac and cheese fresh out of the oven, nice and bubbly, nice and gooey. Pretty soon our meatloaf will be done. Okay, our meatloaf is finally done. Fantastic. Good timing with the asparagus and our macaroni and cheese. And so let's plate it. Okay, our final presentation is here. We have our done meatloaf, our mac and cheese, and our asparagus. Now the final touches that I did, the last 10 minutes, I put some tomato paste on the meatloaf just to give it that red traditional flavor, coloring, and I blanched the asparagus 2 to 3 minutes. Bon appetit! Let's try some of this mac and cheese. Can't tell super well, but it's nice and gooey. Very delicious. Creamy. Now let's try the sweet and sour bison meatloaf. Ooh, falling apart here. Smells good. Aroma you can smell. The apple cider vinegar. The sweetness. Heavenly to die for. And I put some butter and some salt on this asparagus. Let's try some of that. Very good. Well worth the wait. Thank you for joining me in the IRL test kitchen where we made goat cheese, macaroni, sweet and sour meatloaf, and asparagus. Delicious. Join me next time on Sometimes I Cook. Bye!